Off will take you behind the scenes of a period drama with a dark edge and surprisingly good catering.
I've done dreadful things, monstrous things, and there will be a price.
Adapted from Oscar Wilde's only novel, Dorian Gray stars Colin Firth alongside Prince Caspian himself, Ben Barnes, as a wide-eyed young man who arrives in the bright lights of the big city, only to find that reality doesn't quite match up to the dream.
Do you remember when I first came to London?
We caught up with the cast and crew of the movie during shooting in London.
I'm playing Dorian Gray, who we meet at the beginning of the film. He's been left a house in London, and the money of his and the estate of his grandfather, who's passed away, as of his parents. So he's a very sort of distressed soul, orphan character.
Looking for someone?
Oh, yes,
Mr. Gray. Welcome to London.
So we've started him very naive, very vulnerable, very kind of open and earnest, but with his own sort of charm, which we then see kind of develop and be manipulated by the various characters he meets and by the situations he finds himself in and by ultimately his experiences.
The world is yours. I suggest we raise a little hell.
Feels like it's plugged into something which is classical in the best way, in terms of it's got universal themes, but it's also got a real modern dimension too, in terms of the absolute obsession with the way you look, the obsession with kind of celebrity and fashion, and all these things that are woven in, and I'm sure they're always relevant, but it's hard to feel they've ever been more relevant than they are now. Well, today we've come to Carlton House Terrace. This is the house of Henry Wotton, played by Colin Firth. And the scene we're about to do is Dorian Gray just turning up on a lovely sunny day, full of the joys of spring, only to hear that one of his best friends has been found brutally murdered. It's his reaction, all innocence, when we who've been following the film realise he committed the murder.
Good day, Lady Victoria. I was just going to take Harry for lunch at Scott's. Why don't you join us?
Dorian, you haven't heard? I'm so sorry.
We're making an earnest attempt to make it exciting and full of tension and dramatic and exciting, and not just a sort of wordy reappraisal of the novel.
Cut.
It's that kind of contrast of romance versus orgy and murder versus sensuality. So hopefully that contrast will be something that's very visually exciting.
This is not my true face. I never age. Never scar. What are you? I am what you made me.
What's your secret?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
How terrifying. What's in there?
Give me the key! I have seen my soul. And there will be a price.